All right, everybody. Welcome to Science and Isolines Packet Page 10. This one's very easy. Don't panic here. So what it wants us to do is to start with it wants us to mark all the X's, but we're going to be a little smarter than that. Starting with the outside ISO bar, label them 1022, 1026, then 1030. Now, I don't want to write on all those X's. Plus, I know the nature of an isoline means that if I write 1022 on this line, that covers all points on that line, including all of those X's. Hey, that's nice and easy. 1026. And 1030. So these are, oh, don't do this again. Somehow there's a right click that I can't figure out how to do when I want to do it, but loves doing it when I don't want to do it. So those were interval of 4. And if we went 22, 26, 30, we're getting higher and higher and higher. So as you go towards the center, the pressure becomes greater. Let's just circle. Therefore, that's what a high pressure system is. Label in the proper way. So if we pop back up here, high pressure system, they're just a big H. And that's that. The weather in this, now this is where we got a lot more meteorology to unpack here. This question is not my concern with this isoline packet, but if you want to start to get it down, because it's definitely where we're going, high and dry is the way to remember it. So this is probably fair weather. We really got a lot of work to do to figure out why that's the case, but not today. All right, let's go over here, do the same thing in the east. 1008, 1004, 1000. And again, these pressures are in millibars. 1008, 1004. Oh my God. Got away with it. And 1000. So now as we go, should I ask for YouTube comments? I generally don't do that. I don't say like and subscribe like all the YouTubers do. But if you want to leave a comment on what the heck I'm doing to make that happen, I sure wouldn't mind. There's a low, because as you go towards the center, the pressure becomes lower. Therefore, this is a low pressure system. We already labeled it in the proper way. Low and lousy is the little rhyme to help you remember. And again, that's not my focus today. Figuring out how to draw isolines is. So there's your basics. Now, we did kind of break a rule here because you went from 22 to 08, but we're envisioning that there are probably other isolines in between on those two. Let's just do this too. Let's do page 11 at the same time because it's pretty much the same deal. There's something very weird about this page. It's always been there. If you want to just, take off and try doing all this, this is all pretty easy. 1008, 1016, 1012. Like there's no in between values. There's no way to screw any of this up as long as you're not crossing lines. I guess you could miss that 1000 by a little bit. Don't tell anybody. 1004, 1008. Now, I don't know the teacher that made this. I've had this since I student taught back in a long time ago, 2002. So they want us basically to do what we did above, label them with a high and a low and all of that, right? So this is going 1020, 1016, 1012. They're going down, so that should be a low. This is going 10, 1004, 1008. They're going up, so that should be a high. Now, if you look carefully and you think for a minute, you might notice that the pressures in the high pressure system have lower values than the pressures in the low pressure system. Now, I don't know if the teacher that made this did that deliberately to make sure you were focusing on the individual system, or if they just screwed up. I screw up. Maybe they did. But either way, treat this as just kind of maybe a half crappy worksheet that your science teacher is making you do than hard science fact when it comes to those exact numbers. So we did it. The high is in the east. The low is in the west. So the east, high and dry, low and lousy. So the east is probably fair, and the west is probably cloudy. All right. I'll stop the video there. We'll do the next pages in the next video. Hopefully those ones are quick and painless. Keep it up. Appreciate your efforts.